All right, still going at it here on my Ford Taurus X with the 3.5 V6. Finished the front valve cover gasket. Now, obviously, got the rear one off here. The rear one is a little bit trickier because it's got a couple of hidden fasteners when you're trying to remove the cover. Like way back behind here, behind this sensor right here, there's one hidden down in there. It's really hard to see because you think you've got them all and you try to remove the cover and it's just not coming off. It's probably because there's one tucked in way back there behind here that needs to come out. And most of them are 10 millimeter size, and I believe all those are 10s. And pretty much the same sort of deal, you know, give everything an inspection down here. Make sure there's nothing loose or looks crappy or whatever. Let me get a light here. You know, just give everything a little inspection. I checked all the cam cover fasteners here, you know, just to make sure there's none hand tight, because these are not supposed to be very tight. And so you just check them real quick, just to make sure nobody is about to fall out of there, you know. Also, I put just a tad of, you know, little grease right here on the spark plug, little channels. That way the cover will go back on easier. Same thing with this sensor right here. Just put a little dab of light grease right around the top of it. That'll help the new cover, or the, you know, the cover that's got that expensive gasket on it. It'll help it slide on easier. That's just things that I'm doing. And also, all right, here's the rear cover here. When you put the you know, the new one in, sometimes they don't, if you just push them in by hand, they don't want to stay down in this channel well enough. So what I did was, after I set it in place, I flipped it over, flipped this bad boy over to where it's flat on the ground, and then stand on it with my weight. You know, just stand on it, move your feet around a little bit. That'll help press it down in place nicely. So it gets it to seat down in this little channel, so it won't come popping out of there when you try to install the cover. Because if one of these were kind of popped out or, you know, kinked out when you're trying to put the cover back on, you're asking for trouble, because you may not notice it. You know, it may not be visible because it's flipped upside down. Anyway, that's what I did. I flipped this upside down, stood up and down on it, and it helped press it down in place nicely. And also, you know, I see, well, the correct thing to do is take you some RTV, you know, some silicone RTV, and you dab a little bit where the casting comes together, which is here, and then there's another one back behind there. So you just dab a little RTV, because this is a spot that could leak. So I smoothed it down with some sandpaper, but it is correct to put a little dab of RTV sealant right on top of that, on the front and the back. So that eliminates the chances of leakage coming from there. Anywho, oh, and also used another bungee cord to hold the harness out of the way right here, because it was all hanging right down in my way and, you know, just causing stress. So I do a bungee here to hold this out of the way, a bungee here to hold that out of the way, and it just helps everything just stay out of my freaking way while I'm trying to mess with this stuff. So there you go. This should be the same procedure for, you know, any of these 3.5 liter V6s, you know, on the Ford Lincoln and Mercury models. This happens to be a 2008 model Ford Taurus X, but this is the same for a ton of different models. Anywho, and see my previous videos, I did some other stuff. You know, I've just been messing with this, and I've never done this particular job before. So I'm just taking my time and going through it and all that. And I believe the torque specs are 88 inch-pounds. That's inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. 88 inch-pounds on these guys right here, and you basically just go in opposite directions all the way across it. You know, just tighten it, and tighten it just a little bit at first. Like, you know, just tighten them by hand at first so it'll seat down level and nicely. Then you start up on the corner and then come down and then go up, down, and then cross all the way back across. I mean, you know, you're not going to kill the thing if you do it slightly wrong from the instructions. But it's just like putting anything else on. You want it to be nice and level and even when you tighten it down. But 88 inch-pounds was what I saw online. Anywho, that's that. Got tons more videos on this car here. It's a good running car. This Ford Taurus. I'm very pleased with it. I've done a lot of tasks and things to it, you know, in the few months I've had it. And it's a good old runner. Fast freaking car this thing is. I'm surprised. And anyway, so check out our other stuff. We may have things that'll help you out. And click the bell and like, subscribe, follow. Y'all have a good day.